Hello, Bucs fans. Welcome back to Real Bucs Talk. We are live here on Monday, and Buccaneers not very good yesterday as they fall to 7-6, losing 24-20 against the Saints. Just unacceptable loss. Probably the worst loss of the season. Losing to a 2-10 football team is never a good sign. But hope you guys are doing well. We're gonna just try to go through what is going on with this team because there's a lot that isn't going right for the team, and it's an issue. So, yeah, Vince session has begun. So, love to hear from you guys. Bring your questions, bring your comments, bring your concerns. What can this team do to find a way to rally this season? Losing the last what is it, 5 out of the last 7 games, going from 5-1 to 7-6, not a very good sign. So that's always very troublesome. Yeah. Yeah, JPP has signed. JPP is back. Let me see if I can get that on the screen here. As you guys see, yeah, the Bucs did sign Jason Pierre-Paul, so hopefully he brings some attitude. I know for one thing he will bring some leadership to the team, and hopefully he can do something in that regards as far as waking up the defense, just really the team, because what I've noticed, and you guys probably noticed it yesterday too, but just the urgency, the lack of urgency, the lack of 1-2, the lack of just playing with maximum effort. It just hasn't been there, in my opinion. You allow the Saints quarterback, Tyler Shuck, to run not once, but twice over 20-yard runs for touchdowns. That's never a good sign. Just getting big plays after big plays allowed, especially in the ground game. You go back to the box score. I mean, it wasn't pretty from a passing standpoint. Baker Mayfield hasn't played well in the last couple months or so. It just hasn't been good. You look at the QBR completion percentage was his worst of the season. Tyler Shuck wasn't much better, though. I mean, he was 13 of 20, 144 yards. He had an interception. He was sacked 3 times. Baker had an interception. And then you just look at the rushing, though, that you allowed, 139 yards rushing. The Bucs ran the ball well. They had over almost 200 yards rushing. But there's just a lot of things. Offensively, 4th down, couldn't convert on 4th and short, couldn't sustain drives on 3rd down. 1st and 2nd down wasn't much better. So there's just a lot of things that went wrong. And defensively, you can't find ways to get stops when you should get stops. And that is, 3rd down defense is not good either. It's a bad product right now, and I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a good point there. Brulez Bucks talking about Mike Evans. Yeah, I mean, Mike Evans is a big loss. You don't have a true X receiver on this team, and Emeka Egbuka hasn't been playing well either. He's been struggling with the drops, the inconsistency there. He's been targeted. I think he's got over 100 targets. Let me pull up. Yeah, here's the stat right here on Emeka Egbuka. Again, you look at the first 6 games, he was much better as far as completing his catch percentage. You look at that, 27 out of 42 targets, 64%, which is good. But look at the last 7 games, 68 targets, only 27 catches. That's no bueno. It's under 50%, only 1 touchdown as well. It hasn't been good. And when Baker tries to go to other guys, other guys are messing up. So there's a lot of issues there from that standpoint. It's been a mess. It really has been a mess, and I don't know what they can do to get it fixed. Obviously your best players need to play better, and that starts with Baker Mayfield and everyone else down below on offense. It's just got to be a lot better than it has been. That's for sure. Let me see what else we got here. And defensively, you did get pressure, you did get sacks yesterday, but you got to complete plays like Logan Hall and Vita Vea, Anthony Nelson, all missing on that touchdown run of Tyler Shuck to put them up ahead 24-17. You have a drive to come back and potentially tie the game, but unfortunately, Emeka Egbuka drops the pass as well. You have to settle for a field goal. Just a lot of things going not the Bucs way. And I just want to go through like the drives. I mean, you look at the first drive of the game, and this is a good point. A good point by Fukuwab. Yeah, the special teams coach probably should have been fired a long time ago in this early in the season. It just hasn't been a good product, and all three phases are making mistakes, and it's similar mistakes. And I think that goes to the bigger issue of where's the accountability, where's the player leadership, who's making sure these guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing and raising the standard, raising the bar. And that just hasn't happened. And you look at this first drive for the Saints. Again, they didn't even get a third down on this first drive. And they start inside Tampa Bay's territory. So they get the ball to start at the 45. So you're already pretty much in field goal range before even you get out onto the field on defense. And that's never a good sign. You get a 16-yard pass, you get a 3-yard run, 12-yard pass, 11-yard run by Tyler Shuck. Gets it down to the 3, and then they score on a 3-yard touchdown run. That's just not good defense, not the way you want to start the game. And that's something I was talking about, to start the show here is like, where's the fire? Where's the intensity? Where's the want to, the urgency? The team just seems like it comes out flat and doesn't know how to play a full 60-minute type football game. And that is an issue. And I think that stems down from coaching, and it goes into the players and the lack of leadership coming from both the head coach and the guys that are the captains of this team. Like, there's just not enough happening right now. You do respond, and this was actually a really good drive from the Bucs offense to tie the game at 7. Again, complete a pass to Emeka Egbuka. Then you get a first down off of a penalty because Chase Young was offsides. 2-yard pass, 7-yard pass, 3-yard run. Then you get a 21-yard pass to Chris Godwin. That was a big play. And then a good, well-executed screen pass to Bucky Irving that goes for 6. So that was good. And then the Bucs defense gets a 3 and out. And then unfortunately you have this where you turn the ball over on downs because you couldn't convert a 4th and 1. You try to get cute. You do the pitch out to Bucky Irving, and it just doesn't work and ends up being turnover on downs. Like, these are situations you got to convert. Like, here, 2nd and 6. Like, why not try to get the first down on 2nd down? Stop trying to set up 3rd and short. But at the same time, you got to be able to execute these plays 3rd and short. You got to be able to get 3 yards. Like, just got to find ways to be better in execution and finding ways to make it easier, get guys in space, let them play and make plays out there. And guys are just not doing that. And then you're lucky that the Saints miss a field goal. And then the next drive, you have to punt. There's an interception. You get a field goal. So 10-7. I saw a stat where I think the Buccaneers have 16 turnovers or something like that. And the Bucs have only scored 3 touchdowns off of those turnovers. That's not very good. So that's a telling sign that things are not going well this season. Then you have another turnover on downs. And I think this was, Sean Tucker gets stuffed for no gain. So it's like, you can't even get a 1-yard gain. Like, That's bad. That is just, yeah, not good. Not good. It's just not good. Servassier Dennis is the Jameis Winston on defense. Um, yeah, that could be. That very well could be. Yeah, middle linebacker. And again, this is something we talked about in the offseason. Middle linebacker hasn't been good. It's been an issue last year. It was an issue coming into the offseason, and that is something the Buccaneers needed to address, and they failed to do so. So that was already a weakness, and it's become a bigger weakness because Levante David isn't playing well. Now you add in Servassier Dennis. It's not good. Yeah, it was super ugly, King's Cook. Yeah, Levante David, I don't blame him for leaving. I think I think Levante is frustrated. I think he's frustrated with himself because I think he knows he didn't play well yesterday, but also the team around him is not doing. They're not reaching his standard as well. So everyone is falling short. And I think it's just a lot of frustration. So I don't blame him for leaving. I'm sure he'll talk with the media, later this week. Yeah, it's Bullock. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Again, he's been pretty solid, or at least okay on special teams, but I don't know if they could put him into the starting lineup. But yeah, I mean, and Deion Jones, I mean, he had another, mishap yesterday where he could have had an interception, drops it right through his hands, maybe could have changed the game, give the Bucs better field position to potentially tie it or take the lead. I think, yeah, to take the lead it would have been, but yeah, linebacker and edge rusher they just don't have, and that will be a topic once Mark gets on here. We'll talk about the pretty much the state of this franchise and what is going on. Yeah, that is a good sign there. The draft has a lot of good linebackers coming up, so hopefully the Buccaneers find a way to attack that position. It's got to be a priority. Linebacker and edge rusher. It's been an issue since forever. Since JPP was here, and now he's back. Since Shaq Barrett, since you had Ndamukong Suh, you just don't have those guys up front right now, and that's a big issue. And when you look at, again, just going down the box score, and when Christian Isian is your leading tackler, that's never a good sign. Never a good sign. Vita Vea, again, has more tackles than your linebackers, Levante with 5. And yeah, all these guys here have to play a lot better, and you look at the tackles for loss, you had 6 tackles for loss, which is kind of low for a Bucs defensive standard. But yeah, it's just got to be better. I'll get Mark in here. Mark, welcome in.
Crap, mega crap.
That's about it.
But it's a good point here by the fans in the chat, talking about linebacker, talking about edge, 2 positions we heavily discussed in the off season.
All off season,
and even the off seasons before that, and it just hasn't been addressed properly. But before we get into like the state of the franchise and if there is hope for this season, we'll I want to just hear your thoughts on yesterday's game, because it was probably the worst loss of the season. It's probably the worst loss in a long time for Todd Bowles. I mean, it was as bad as you could put it yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it, like during the game, after the game, today. It's just frustrating on all accounts. Like, it's stuff we've said during the 3-game losing streak. You can't hang your hat on anything. This team is not good at one thing. It is not consistent at one thing. When the quarterback's reading the field well, the wide receivers can't catch it. When the wide receivers run a good route, the quarterback throws it inaccurate.
Yeah.
When it's deep developing play, the offensive line gets pummeled. I mean, when there's a gaping hole, the running back doesn't find it. It's like on offense, that's one thing. Defensively, you're a defensive head coach. You think your best players would be your best players. On some of the biggest runs were by the quarterback, and it was by Levante and Antoine Field Jr. reading it terribly wrong. So you have nothing to lean on. You have nothing. And I've said this before. It's like we don't have genuine leaders and guys that hold other players accountable and get pissed off. I saw something from Joe Bucks fans like, oh, Levante left early. It's the first time he's ever seen that happen. Like, to me, it's like, oh, yeah, the room's just been lost. There's no one that can stand up and say, no, we're not going to allow this to happen. We all need to be men and do our damn job. It's not looking for a savior. You are your own savior. Do your damn job and you can win, because the worst thing about this loss, we are a superior team talent-wise against the Saints. The Saints had no one on offense. Kamara was gone. Olave didn't do jack shit in this game. Damn near, what do you have? Like a few catches, if that? I don't even know what the numbers are. I just don't remember him being called at all.
Yeah, he had 3 catches on 5 targets, 30 yards total. But again, there wasn't much done as far as receiving game in this one because of the weather.
Forgive me. No, he's right. Don't say that. We have a good kicker. That's something.
We do.
That is something.
We do, yeah.
But I mean, and you don't even use them. Every time you go for a 4th down.
Yeah.
And guess what? You don't get it, because you can't rely on the offensive line to get you one damn yard. In that respect, I agree with Bowles and Grizzard. You got to be able to get a yard.
Mm-hmm.
The offense knows the snap count. You should have the advantage, right? But no, it's like any which way, it just doesn't work. And it's frustrating. In all accounts, like that, there is no talent that you can tell me. Look at Neal, Vele. Do you know who these guys are? Shuck? Do you think any of these guys are going to be their top guys next year? No. So it's like,
yeah,
it's frustrating in that respect. And there's one of your healthiest games on your defense. And you do that. Yes, the offense was not complimentary at all. Their down efficiency, awful. 4th down efficiency, awful.
Yeah,
7 attempts, 2 conversions. No, like, it's trash. And I mean, it's sad when you're 3 for 13, because
that's my issue. It's not the 3 for 13. It's the 13 damn attempts. Like, whatever happened just getting a first down on first down? Like, why is that so hard? Like,
we talked about this. It's because I told you myself, I'm like, I don't blame the offensive coordinator, because look at all the things that are insufficient or lack of execution. Yeah, Baker is not playing well at all. He can't throw the ball 10 yards down the field without it being a duck or just having no clue where the hell to go with it. He is a shell of himself from what he was in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
And
do you think there's a bigger injury at hand with Baker? I mean, it doesn't look like it's anything leg related. It looks like his knees are fine. His legs look good as far as him running yesterday. He looked good. But from the shoulder aspect, it's not, I don't know if he's got some other injury, whether it's
what about the bicep he had from a
while ago? I mean, maybe it's the biceps, but the AC joint, it looks like that's not really hampering him. It's just, I don't think he's got, whether it's confidence as far as who's out there, as far as playmakers outside of, I mean, he still targets Ibuka a bunch, but he just can't, either he can't hit him or Ibuka drops the ball. So,
but like I've talked to you about this, the San Francisco game, the second half, Ibuka wasn't out there. He had no ones, and then we're throwing the ball to win the game. Cameron Johnson had 2 huge catches in that game to seal it. We threw the ball to win. We didn't have to run it because Baker was on point. He was making throws on time, seeing the field. It didn't matter who the hell the receivers were. Right now, he's reading it wrong. He's reading it late. Guys are open, doesn't throw it to him. He can't throw past 10 yards. So your offensive coordinator is saying, shit, well, I have to eliminate one side of the field. I have to get him moving on the go and limit the guys he has to read. And that makes it easier for the defense too. Okay, fine. We're just going to read one side. There's only so many tricks of the trade you can do to help out an insufficient quarterback or offensive line or limited weapons. And same thing I say with the defense. There's only so much Todd Bowles can mix and match, sim pressure, bring a corner, bring a safety, move around when you have no true edge rusher, no true pass rusher.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just coaches trying to fumble around things and they don't know an answer because they don't have the talent to do it. And then the guys on the field are just lack of confidence right now because they're in a tumble avalanche.
Yeah.
And no one in this locker room can stand up and say, no, they're trying to execute a plan for us. Let's execute that damn plan. They just look sorrowful, sad, puppy dogs. I mean, even Ibuka looked, he's like, I need to catch the ball. They brought me in here to catch the ball and I didn't do it. I apologize. I agree, but let's get some anger and be like, you know what? This is all on me. Don't be sad that you messed up. Be upset and do better the next time.
Right.
Like it's like the
and that's what I was trying to say at the beginning of the show. It's like when I watch that game and they start off, they just start off with no energy. There's no urgency. There's no want to. There's no drive. There's no push to say, hey, we're going to take over this game and we're going to freaking dominate it because we can. And there's none of that. Like, first of all, you start the game off and allow a 50, 60-yard return. They're already inside your territory at the 45. It takes some 6 plays to get into the end zone and score a touchdown. There's not even one third down situation. No third down. You can't even get to third down because guys are just, it's whatever, this is what we do. This is what the Bucs do. We let the other team score first because we do that every freaking game. And good job by the Bucs offense to respond, and they actually tie it up at 7. Then your defense comes out like, oh shit, we actually have to play the game, and they get a 3 and out because they actually play with some fire and some intensity up front and get a stop. And then it just goes back to what they were doing because it's raining and we're soft and we don't want to be out there in the rain. So, we're just going to do whatever and not play football. And I don't know, man. And that's probably, I'm sure Todd Bowles saw the same thing. He's like, Jason, I don't care. We have to sign JPP. I know he's old, but we need something to start this team. There's got to be some type of spark. Because there's just nothing going on to ignite this team right now at the beginning of the games.
And that goes to my thing I said a couple of weeks ago. It's like, we draft off of character, not a mindset. We're looking for, I called them tidy whitey boys, right? Yeah. None of them are really a mindset of I got to be competitive. I got to win every damn down. I got to win every damn snap. Maybe Baker's got the edge, but not many others have it. Like,
I don't know. I mean, it's just crazy because a lot of these guys have been here for multiple years, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, I think you have some dogs. I know Bucky Irving cares. I know he wants to do everything possible. Rashad White, I think, is the same way. There's a lot of guys on offense that I think have that, but at the same time, and then you look at defense, like,
who on defense has it?
Defense, I mean, I think Tyke, Jacob Parrish, those guys have it. Okay. But when you look at the up front, like,
who's taking the bull by the horns and making sure everyone's accountable?
Yeah, that
he's quiet. Jacob Parrish, quiet. He's a rookie.
I mean, Jamel Dean is playing lights out, but I think that's because his contract was reconstructed and he's trying to get paid. Zion, I think, is just, it's whatever for him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And then until they change. They are.
And linebackers, there's nothing there at linebacker position. Reddick, he's not really that fire starter either. I mean, Vita Vea, I would like to see more from. Like he
Teddy Bear.
Yeah, he's got to be one that should be dominating these games, and he's just not. Yeah, he did get a sack yesterday, but just where's the rest of it, man? Like, you should be getting into these guys, and the rush should be running as one. Instead, other guys are just doing their own thing, running stunts when they shouldn't be running stunts. Logan Hall missing sacks per usual. There's just like, you have the hold of the guy, and let's just let him go. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just dive and let him, run around and go make a touchdown, because no one. It's like, where's the killer instinct, man? Like, knock the guy's head off. Like, who cares if you get a flag?
I feel like we have on defense just a bunch of role players, but no one genuinely pushing people to strive to be better. Like, Zion got a pick, but before that, he lost his confidence, and it's like he's looking for it. It's like he doesn't, and no one's there to kind of drive him into his place of like, listen, just calm the hell down and do what you're supposed to do. We're not asking you to do more than what you have to do.
Yeah.
And that's like, for Bowles to say he's just getting lazy. Why?
Yeah.
Why is he getting lazy? For years and years, he's been getting lazy. Like,
that's a coaching issue too.
Yeah.
Like, you got to hold these guys accountable as well. I know it's a players league, and you need players to drive the ship, but coaching, at the end of the day, you're the head coach, and if you see an obvious issue, you got to correct that. Like, that kind of stuff shouldn't be happening. Yeah, I agree with that. Loser mentality. I agree with that. This is a good question. How much of a difference will McMillan and Evans make? I think they will make a big difference, especially Mike Evans when he's in there, because, again, like I said at the beginning of the show, the Bucs are without an X receiver, which is a big part of the offense, and they're trying to play basically offense with it being left-handed, and it's hard to do, because if you don't have a true X receiver, a Mecca is really not fit, I don't think, for that position, and they're trying to have him do Mike Evans things, and no one can do what Mike Evans does. Like, he's a difference maker. So, and he's one of your star players that has been really good, and it's a big loss. So him coming back, I think, will help the team for sure.
I know. Yeah, no doubt it's going to help him. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a Hall of Famer on the field, whether he's 70%, 80%, which they're going to put him out there. The season's on the line. What's another funny thing? Godwin said last week, every game's a playoff game. Well, you lost the playoffs. You should be out.
Yeah.
Like every game's a win now. Well, whoops.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, he's going to make things better, especially McMillan too. But still, you got to execute. You can have all the weapons in the world, but if your offensive line's not holding it long enough, if Baker can't throw it accurate enough.
Yeah.
And then Mike has drops too. It's not just Ibuka. So a lot of things need to go right. And then, like, where was it? Farouk Wab said, primetime game and Kirk Cousins equals long Thursday night.
Yeah.
To have no answer for Kirk Cousins is going to be sad too. If he throws for another 350-yard game, I'm going to lose it. At home again, nonetheless, at home. That's another thing that blows my mind. He lost to the Saints at home, far less superior, talented team. And you embarrass yourself, literally embarrass yourself.
Yeah, there's just no complimentary football right now. I mean, offense had plenty of opportunities to put the game away. They can't, because they continue to get stopped on fourth down. They can't convert. You had multiple opportunities on their side of the field to put up at least points, and you just couldn't do it because you failed to either catch the ball or get a yard on a run play. Just simple things that you should be able to do, and you just can't do it because you're out physical at the point of attack, or you just can't show enough fight to fight forward for that yard. So a lot of things at issue here. Because you look at this game, you're up 10-7 at half. I think it ends up being 14. What was the score? It was 14-10, I think, at one point. And then we went up 17-14, I believe.
17-17 in the fourth, starting the
fourth. Yeah. Let me go back here to the play Yeah, because 17-10 at half, and then it was 14-10 Saints because they scored a touchdown off the Baker Mayfield interception. You had an interception as well, and that's what killed me is you get the ball to the so it's at the Tampa Bay 41, so you're almost to the 50-yard line, and it's 2nd down and 1. And you decide to throw the ball to Cam Johnson, who did stop on the route. He is supposed to run the dig route and cross the face of the corner. But at the same time, Baker had other options to do. He could have ran for the first down and just lived to play another down. But it's just a mess. I mean, not executing the route and then just turning it over. The Saints score the next drive. Get this, Mark. 3 plays. It took them 3 plays to go 47 yards because they got a 5-yard run, an 8-yard run, and then a 34-yard touchdown run by Tyler Shuck. Yeah, by the quarterback, because they ran a zone read option where Tyler Shuck pulled it. And of course, everyone crashes towards the running back, including Levante David, including Antoine Winfield. And it's an easy run in for Tyler Shuck. So you're down 17, it's 14-10. And then the Bucs answer with a touchdown of their own to Sean Tucker, make it 17-14. And then after that, they do get the field goal. It's tied. And then the next drive, you turn it over on downs because Chris Godwin can't catch the ball on 4th and 2. So, and then after that, we all know what happens. Another touchdown run by Tyler Shuck to go up 24-17.
But also, Baker got to Godwin extremely late.
Yeah.
He was open there, sitting on the sideline waiting.
Yeah.
And yes, don't double grip it, but still, it's like how many things can go wrong? You don't see him there, you throw it late, and then your receiver double pumps the catch or tries to re-grip the catch, and nope, never mind. Didn't get his feet down. No control of the ball. So, like I say, it's not. That's why I said it's not just one person. It's a cumulative of nothing, of no one doing the right things.
Yeah,
and that's where Todd Bowles and you mentioned it's like Dirk Cutter. It's like I don't know what to do. Hold their asses accountable and take guys out and put someone else in that will do the right job. And then that's why it handcuffs your offensive coordinator, because your quarterback can't throw the ball 10 yards down the field. So you're stuck either running the ball, so you're going to be predictable. People are going to get pissed off. Oh, what the piece of shit. He's not Liam Cohen. He's not being unpredictable. He's not moving guys around. Then you move guys around. You start getting creative with your play calls. And then you have like Tez Johnson. Drop a ball. Oh, okay. We move backwards. We get a flag. It's just time and time again, too many the negative plays or just lack of execution. And that's something we've said during the losing streak. It's just an execution thing. Some of it's on coaching. Some of it's on straight up the players. And the players aren't accountable at all. It's just a frustrating time. And it's like, you still are in control of your own future. You have the 2 games against the tied NFC South division foe that you need to win both.
Yep.
Very winnable games, but I mean, do they do it? Again, until I see it, I'm going to say no. They don't execute. There's nothing you can say they do good. You can't even say they stopped the run good, even though they were top 5, I guess, from last week's numbers. It's probably worse now. Like they can't do anything good. So what are you confident in? I'm not confident in them winning a game. Oh, hell, you lost to a 2-10 team at home with no one. Yeah. You're going to go against Bijan Robinson and Drake London. Could you name one guy besides Chris Olave on that team in New Orleans?
No.
Shit. We should give up 500 yards of offense to the Falcons, basing it off of that.
Well, we'll see if Drake London plays. He might not play. But yeah, Bijan Robinson, I expect to have a big game for sure. And Kirk Cousins is just going to continue to hit the flats. He's going to continue to attack the middle of the field, which is going to be wide open. like it was yesterday. And, you know, Bryce Young is going to do the same thing. I'm sure Tedero McMillan is going to abuse Zion McCollum because that's who they're going to target. They're going to run the football.
Oh, in Carolina.
So, yeah, Carolina. Yeah, because, I mean, what's funny about this, all the Buccaneers have to do is beat Carolina twice, and they win the division. That's all they have to do.
Like that's a
but the problem is, I don't think they can beat any team twice. Because obviously they couldn't beat the Saints twice. So I don't think they can beat Carolina twice. I could see them splitting. What?
Well, given that, they already beat the Falcons once. So if your theory is correct, we lose 2 games in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's not looking promising either because, first of all, you have everything going wrong for that game because you have creamsicles, then you have prime time, and you have Kirk Cousins. It's not a good combo. Plus Baker Mayfield in primetime is not good. I think he's 1-8 in primetime games, which is not going well. But even Miami's on a heater. Like that's no gimme. So
ever since the
but what would be hilarious is if the Buccaneers find a way to beat Carolina on the road, and all they have to do is win the last game of the year, and they end up losing that game. And then they miss the playoffs. That would be.
And
I think that would be a nail in the coffin for potentially for Todd Bowles.
Because I was joking with you. I'm like, okay, so last year we were all saying you can't let Liam Cohen leave, can't let Liam Cohen leave. You let him leave. His team is one of the top teams in the league. His first year at what is he? He's 9-4. Yes, they have extremely productive edge rushers. We don't. What do you know? Then you keep going on. What if it is that Liam Cohen should have been coach?
I think with Trevor Lawrence, I mean, just look what he's done with Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence hasn't been great this year, but what he has done is find ways to elevate his game and also lean in. Look what he's done with Trevor Etienne. Like he's running really well, and his ability to just elevate the team. And you look at his post-game speeches, team's fired up, man. Like they're all bought in. Like, and everyone's ready to go, fired up. And he brings that passion out in of that team, and they find ways to start the game the right way. They got up on Indianapolis yesterday. I think it was like 14-7 in the first quarter. Buccaneers haven't had that all year, outside maybe Seattle.
I think we did against Texans. I think we scored 2 touchdowns quick in the Texans.
Maybe,
I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah, we scored quick, but then didn't score at the rest of the game until the very end. But I mean, maybe Seattle we had that, but yeah, it's not looking promising for this team.
Yeah. And then, like I was saying, the icing on the cake would be just look at the Glazer situation. You kept Bowles. You see what Liam Cohen's doing, and then Dave Canales, your former offensive coordinator, beats you twice and says, "Go home." Yeah, you're forced to make a decision. There's no way in hell he should still be your head coach if that's what that happens. If he beats you twice and he sends you packing, I don't see how you can be the head coach. I'm just saying. Like, it's just blatant. You lost the team. Everyone that showed progress year after year, you let go for some bullshit conceited, oh, we're keeping our core or our guys together, and look at it. It just fell apart. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how persuasive they are to the GM, or to the Glazers, but woof.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this team and you look down the roster, you look at the players who are really struggling as far as playing consistent. Obviously, it starts at the top with Baker Mayfield. If you don't have good quarterback play, it's hard to win in this league. I don't care what team you are, what coach you have. It's hard to win when you don't have good, solid quarterback play. And Baker has been struggling this year. It's obvious. Bucky Irving's been injured. I mean, he's starting to come back. Emeka Egbuka has had to step up into a role where, yeah, first round pick, you want to see more consistency, but it's been tough for him as well. Chris Godwin Jr., injuries, starting to play better, but again, consistency from him. Sterling Shepard, yeah, just a guy. Tez Johnson. Tez Johnson, I think, has done well for being a 7th round pick. But at the same time, you haven't had Mike Evans for most of the year. That's a big loss. Jalen McMillan was one of your better and more up-and-coming receivers coming into the season, but Teddy Bridgewater decided to hurt him too in the preseason. So you have that. Cade Otton, I think, has been actually really good. I know fans want to give him all the crap in the world because, yes, he does drop the ball at times, but so does everyone else. And then your offensive line has been beat up and continues to get beat up. I think Ben Bredeson's probably out for the year. I don't think he's coming back. So that sucks. Now you have to rely on Mike Jordan, who's not better than Luke Haggard. You had to rely on Benjamin Chukuma yesterday, who actually I thought played well. And then you have Dan Feeney at right guard because Cody Mock is on IR. Ko Keefe is also another big loss because he helped in the run game. So you don't have him. There's just a lot of injuries there on offense, but it starts with Baker Mayfield. He just hasn't played well. Defensively, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'll say this. So, like, in comparison to Liam Cohen, he's had like almost no injuries.
Yeah.
Yes, Travis Hunter is out. He's out for the year. But other than that, everyone else.
They still have their star. They still have Brian Thomas Jr. So
and their defense has been healthy all year. I don't think they have any injuries. They have their edge rushers that go after it nonstop. You have Eric Armstead in the middle, Devin Lloyd looking like a freak out there,
right?
And the guy that's name that I can't pronounce, Foyes, whatever the hell his name is, but they can just attack. If they ever get a lead, they just send the dogs, and that's what happens. We can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, here's their depth chart here. I mean, their defense is pretty much healthy. Again, this is something where it goes into Jason Light. Like, you got to be aggressive and find ways to get dudes on for your defense and offense. You look at Greg Newsome, they traded for him. They signed Jordan Lewis.
Let's see if we can get Plus back up here for a second. Hold on. Plus, he popped. He's so pissed off at this Buccaneers team that look what happened. So he's probably just resetting. So he was probably just going over what the Jaguars have and what the Bucs don't, and going over to what the GM's supposed to feed you with. But yeah, injuries do play a role. But if your quarterback is that good, as in Baker Mayfield, he's dealing with injuries as well. You got to elevate the guys on your field, on the field with you. I know I talked about the 49ers game, how he elevated everyone around him then. What happened? I don't know, because someone was over here saying that we have the worst offensive coordinator in the league. I don't believe that. I mean, because the thing is, yeah, you have Baker as your thumbnail there, but like Baker is not playing well. Like I think even Trevor Sikkema said in his old show, like he's playing a bottom 3 quarterback. That's awful to say, and that's a former Buccaneer podcaster to say that. He's just not playing well. Whether it is the injury to his left shoulder, or there's the bicep to his right, or the injury to the right bicep, his knee, whatever, what have you. You have talent to throw to. You have a line that does okay at times. You have time to throw. You're just not throwing it. And then the guys that are there to pick it up aren't picking it up. Oh, there he is. Let's bring him back. There he is.
Freaking. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. You good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully.
This is going to be a one woo. Because we got your back. It's not because the Bucs are doing well. I can say that.
Yeah, it's just stupid internet. But anyways, what I was talking about, if I can.
So
Yeah.
we're pretty much just going into like this question here. The question is, why is he not playing well with Baker? Like, I guess go more in depth of that, because like you can only say injuries so much.
Yeah.
I think it's just more a cumulative thing of like a head game space. So you make a good throw, the guy drops it, and then all of a sudden you make an anticipatory throw, and your guy stops in a route. You start losing confidence in these guys, trusting these guys, and you hold it longer than you should. Or your offensive line isn't doing enough, you start feeling ghosts and you start running. Just getting it into a headspace where the lack of execution across the board.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
I don't know what's going on with my internet. I can't hear you now, Mark.
Oh, can anyone hear me down below? Like, I mean,
oh, now Mark's frozen. Oh, there you go. Are you back?
I don't
know what's happening with my internet. It's not working.
Spectrum.
Yeah, Spectrum sucks.
Quab said that the Saints broke the podcast. But
they probably did. They probably did. Yeah, hopefully get something fixed. But yeah, I mean, with Baker, it's a lot of things. It's just inconsistencies from accuracy standpoint as far as throwing the ball downfield. I think it's trust with the receivers. I think it's trust with his O-line. The inconsistencies up front has been a problem. But also, I mean, I think you look at what went right last year, and obviously this goes into the health of the team. We didn't have Mike out as many games as we did this year. Godwin, yes, goes out, but you also have the step up of Jalen McMillan. You had the emergence of the run game. Your run game was strong throughout the year, and it hasn't been that this year because you lost not one, but two of your best run blockers in Cody Mock and Luke Gedeke for most of the season. So you just really haven't been able to find a rhythm. And I think when you look at last year's offense with Liam Cohen, Liam was just a really good coach as far as understanding his personnel and understanding what Baker does well to get him in rhythm. And he could sense when he was out of rhythm and what he had to do to get him back in rhythm. I think that was important. So, yeah, just not working from that standpoint.
I mean, Baker didn't. I guess he had a little bit of an injury. He had the early knee injury against the Saints, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, having that much injury at the offensive line does suck. I have to admit that. Like, Liam didn't deal with any of that. He's not dealing with it now. He didn't deal with it last year.
Right.
That's huge. But when they did deal with it with the Rams, they looked like shit. It was a trash season. Literally, it was a trash season. They just said, okay, well, mulligan. Like Sean McVay was damn near going to retire. Remember?
Yeah.
That season. So where Baker got in there and played with the Rams for the last like 5 games. Like, so having a banged up offensive line is awful. And he didn't have to deal with that. And Grizzard's getting the bad blood from it because, like you just said, Gedeke was out for a long time. Cody Mock was out for a long time. Graham Barton was at left tackle. Bredesen's been missing time. Now he's probably going to miss the rest of the year. Wirfs is missing time now, or missed time in the beginning. Now he's missed one other game. There's been nothing consistent. So it's like, it sucks all across the board. for the players, for the coaches, for execution, because nothing can be leaned on. Like I said early on, do you want to point the finger at certain players, certain coaches? Yes. Well, I mean, the reality of it, they all got to man up, next man up thing, and realize we've all practiced this stuff in the offseason. We got to execute. We got to find a way to win. And the Saints game, there was no heart. There was no push. The fourth downs and ones, those are the ones that you got to have it. And you didn't show much of it. And it does suck about the offensive line. I mean, that could be your sum up of what the hell's how bad it is. It's can you run the ball? Can you stop the run? We haven't been able to do either or the last few games.
Mm. Yeah, my internet keeps going in and out, so I don't know if I have a spectrum outage or something, but yeah, I mean it's there's just a lot of wrong, unfortunately, and I think the best hope for this team moving forward is hopefully you get
We don't know.
and Jalen McMillan. What?
No, I was like, it cut out for a second. You go, hopefully we get, and it cut off. We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is he back? Could he be? Should he be? Oh, I see you moving. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. So
It's the Saints, man. Frank says JPP will save the Bucs season. I'll say this. If he's on the sideline, he's going to be yelling at people. He's going to be making sure people are engaged in the game, not having to have a coach kind of come over and rile someone up. Like, that's my biggest thing of like when you draft guys, draft good players, but also draft guys that don't just love football, but they hate losing. Like you gotta hate losing to eventually love to win. And there's no competitive fire sometimes in this team, and that's one of my things where I think Jason Light looks too much at the character in person and needs to look at the fire that they're supposed to have and the competitive fire that they have. Like I'm tired of having the tidy whitey boys. Yeah, I'm just tired of it. It's frustrating to see, like, and the sadness and the mopiness. No, get pissed off at your losing and find a way to get the hell out of it. If Jason Light could Simon does it, he will. Plus sent me a text. Sorry, Mark. Internet not doing so well. Yeah, it's not, the internet seems like the Bucs entirety offense and defense right now. But guys, let me know down below. Yeah, Logan Holness is what's going on right now. But I'll give Plus probably maybe 2 more minutes to get on here. But I mean, to sum it up, the injuries have sucked all throughout the whole team. There's no consistency because of that. They can't lean on anything. They can't lean on a good running game like Liam had last year. Why? Because Cody Mock, Gedeke's been out. The whole right side was out at the beginning of the year. And then now Barton was at left tackle. People got pissed off. Oh, why is he doing so bad at center? Because you had him at left tackle the first 2 games. A guy that was a second-year player. You couldn't, as a play caller, that sucks, and it limits you. And then your quarterback gets hurt, and there's something going on where he's not being accurate. The guys are dropping balls. Have some leniency with Grizzard. I think he is a good play caller. I think he can dial it up. I mean, look at the first drive. The first drive was phenomenal. We scored, went down the field easy. So he can draw it up. It's more when the other team starts making the changes. And then Baker and the rest of the offense have to adjust too. And when you do that and your guys can't execute consistently, they don't know how to switch quickly. And you make reads at the line of scrimmage, you got Cameron Johnson stopping on a route. Like, it's frustrating. You want to point the finger at Grizzard. I'm not going to do that on this one because he's shown early on he could do it. And guys just aren't doing anything correct that he can say. Oh, what was this? Light really tried convincing us Braswell was going to take a leap this year after we spent 4 years watching JTS. Thank you, John V23 on X. Yeah, Thank you.
That's a good one.
Well, Plus and I have some aggressive text messages back and forth. Mm-hmm. Like, I go, bullsh, don't tell me he tried.
I mean, he tried. It just hasn't worked.
This is like him trying. I made this a point. I was like, him trying was just trying to trade up one freaking pick to get Wirfs. That was at least a try, right? You're not trying at all to get a damn edge rusher. You're not trying at all to find pass rush. To see Logan Hall and Kalijah Kancey, guys interiorly, come on.
Well,
they'll look at the guys.
That's also Coach Bull's decision too. Like he wanted those guys. Those are guys he wanted.
Jason Light gets his guys that fit the personality.
It was also guys he wanted though. Todd Bowles signed off on it. So I think it's both of them at fault. Yeah. We also have to remember
both are at fault. So if one goes down, the ship should go down together. I'm just saying.
It should. I just don't know if that's how it's going to play out. We'll see. But I think with
very frustrating.
Yeah, I think you have to remember with Coach Bowles, and we said this when the Bucs hired him back in 2019, because we had a lot of guests on talking about his scheme and his defense. And remember, Jess Root, he talked about it. Interior pressure was his mantra. That's his way. That's why they took Devin White at 5th overall. I'm pretty sure. That's why they did it, because he wanted guys that could get interior pressure. Look how many defensive tackles they drafted. They drafted Logan Hall and Kalijah Kancey back-to-back years. Vita Vea was going to be the big force and big player for this team, and he has been for the most part. It's why they brought in Ndamukong Suh over Gerald McCoy. All those things play a part.
But I mean, that's where I never thought we'd go after Kalijah Kancey because it doesn't fit the mold of what he ever wanted.
And you look at what he had with the Jets, you look at what he had with the Cardinals, never really had a true edge rusher. I mean, go look at his teams. He never really had that edge guy. It was all about the defensive tackles. It was the Muhammad Wilkersons, the guy that could play edge or defensive tackle and disrupt things that way. It was linebacker play. It was guys that could make plays in the back end. It was having good safeties. Hell, he traded up. Wasn't he a part of Jamal Adams? Yeah. So Leonard Williams was his big draft pick, and so I think it's all the above. And yeah, this is a great point here. JTS was a Bulls guy because guess what? He's a weapon. He's a chess piece. He's a guy you can move around. He's got that in Hassan Reddick now. That's what he's using him as. The same thing that JTS was. He's using Hassan Reddick, and Hassan Reddick has done a decent job as far as being an okay player, but not a game changer. He's not a guy that's going to get you multi-sack games. He just hasn't shown that. He just doesn't have it, and he's getting older. He's hurt, and you don't have it with Yahya. Yahya, I think, is a good secondary rusher. He's got 6 sacks on the season, so kudos to him there. I think he has made improvements with his bend and his ability to get to the quarterback, but it's just inconsistent. And that's really where you look at the whole defense as a group. They're inconsistent. Yeah. And you have guys that are falling off. Levante David needs to retire. He shouldn't have been brought back. He's just not that good anymore.
His communication with Shirasi is awful. That game,
it's non-existent.
I mean, he's not playing terrible, but he's not reading it correctly as well. And that's another frustrating part. Not only is your quarterback reading it incorrectly, your defensive quarterback is not reading it correctly. So it's, yeah. I mean, overall, when you look at it, it's an entirety. Like you can't point a finger. It's everywhere. Yeah. And when it is everywhere and you can say you don't know, it's usually, okay, top to bottom, where do we got to change things? Because I don't see JPP being the savior. I know we're joking. Oh, it's all going to change now. It's all accountability, but
it'll be interesting to see if it does. I know one thing: if he gets into that building, I'm pretty positive we'll see maybe a little bit more juice or fieriness or energy overall with the team. And again, that's if he's called up on Thursday night and actually plays, which is possible. But yeah, I mean, that's all I'm really looking for is just the effort. I want to see energy up and I want to see effort being given maximum at all times. And I think you're seeing it from some guys, but it's not the whole team. Like there's got to be some fight back here, and we're seeing none of it. Like especially on special teams, it's like,
oh my, don't even mention.
I mean, like, what are you guys doing, man? You need to go down there and try to destroy the guy, and instead we're just lollygagging.
No, I almost want to jinx this because we haven't had a punt blocked in a while.
That's
because
true.
that would sum up the whole season. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
And that's another, like, I know we've talked about this before, but special teams coach should have been fired a long time ago. Should have been fired after the Eagles game. Like, so where's your accountability? And I think I was talking about this in like the Twitter group chat, and also I think some of it with you, but if they do decide to, let's say we finish 9-8, and let's say we get into the playoffs, play a good game but lose and go into the off season, I think they'll probably, keep Jason Light, they'll keep Todd Bowles, but I think there's also going to be some mandatory changes that have to take place. One, with Todd Bowles, I think you have to make changes on your staff. I think the defensive staff, there needs to be shakeup. I think also you need to maybe let go of play calling. Give it to somebody else. Be a CEO instead of play caller. I think that needs to change. And then Jason Light, it's point and obvious, man. You got to be aggressive. Like, can't be holding on to draft picks. Go out and go make something happen and make sure you ensure that you get a talented stud on either offensive line or defensive line and get guys up front that can help change the game. Like you got to do that.
who are you saying is going to make them change anything?
I think the Glazers need a mandate. Like,
But
Glazers should uphold it.
why would they even do that? If they're going to bring them back, who's to say no? These are my guys. I don't want to change anything. Oh, maybe change a special teams coordinator. Maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
that's just my opinion. Again, if they bring them back, it probably nothing changes. But I mean, that's what I would do, because it seems like there's a disconnect somewhere on the defensive staff, because it's just guys are not getting it done.
I mean, but realistically, so Rapone was aggressive, old, and we're like, oh, maybe he's not doing good. Tyke Smith is the best player on our team, so you can't say he doesn't know how to coach up a safety.
Yeah.
Right. Antoine Phil Jr. played amazing as a rookie. He's been good this year. He hasn't been the best, but a lot of what's going on in front of him is not doing well. Is Charlie Strong the reasoning why we aren't getting pass rush sack numbers?
I think it's just sacks. I mean, we're getting pressure, but it's sacks is the issue. Like, you're not finishing the plays. You got to be able to finish.
I'm going to blame Logan Hall for that one. But I mean, but overall, like, okay, you have Vita Vea, not a supreme pass rusher. You should have had Cansey. And yes, the injuries suck. Don't get me wrong. You have it's a guy that can get after it, and Cansey that's been out almost all damn year. Hassan Reddick missing huge chunks. Yaya is not a true edge rusher. I think all of his sacks have been on either a stunt or just the guy held it too long. It was never a true win off the edge. I want to know what's the fastest time of a sack from one of our down linemen, not from a corner or a linebacker blitz or a safety blitz. I want to know just like our lineman. It can't be that quick at all.
Yeah,
because I feel like
I might be able to find it if my internet doesn't go out. But
so I mean, to me, like, the injuries is one thing, but it's another thing of just not having the talent to get after it and multiple rounds of it. And don't tell me David Walker was the savior. I cannot hear that as an option. I just can't.
Yeah,
so
we'll see what he does next year. But
I honestly think if they're back, there's no changes. It's just going to be Jason Light's going to have to be more aggressive, and hopefully no injuries.
Yeah,
if we don't get injured, maybe we're better. Injuries are huge. I mean, look at Baltimore Ravens. They were in such a big asshole. Their quarterback was hurt for how long? And they lost against Steelers. Are they pretty much out of the damn playoffs now? So, like, it matters. Like,
Yeah.
and like the point I made earlier with the Rams, the whole offensive line was decimated. They still had Stafford. Stafford got hurt. They brought in Baker. Just get in there, Baker. Like, sometimes it's like, okay, well, we're decimated with injuries. We can't do it this year. Doesn't necessarily mean we all suck. It's just we had lesser guys to go out there. But to lose to the freaking Saints at 2-10 at home with your healthiest in a long time, that's an abomination to me. It's just embarrassing. The way in which you lost, that is bad. That is real bad.
Yep.
Like you lost to a good team.
Yep. Yeah. Good comment here. Drafting Cassius Halley's talking about from Texas A&M. Romella Height from Texas Tech, I believe. Yeah, Texas Tech. Yeah, I mean, it's a good group up front for next year, linebackers, and we'll definitely be diving into that. Be sure to check out our Substack. That is going to be pretty much the home for draft coverage, especially our draft videos where we break down prospects and so forth. So that'll be a lot of fun. But we're not there yet. We still got this season. We got 4 more games left. We'll see if the Buccaneers can turn this thing around, but a lot of things are going to have to change. Quarterback play is going to have to improve. Defensively, I think the effort and overall understanding of what you're trying to do needs to improve. Coaching, leadership, all of that, it's got to start from within, and it's got to be a lot better than it has been. Guys got to do their jobs. I know it's easy to say that. It's easy to say the Bill Belichick line, do your job, but it's basically what's coming down the pipeline here. If the Bucs want to make the playoffs, if they want to win the division, got to be able to execute and finish. And right now this team is just not finishing the plays that are there to be made.
So we're tied for the division right now. Who's technically in first?
We're in first because we're 2-1. Saints or the Panthers, I mean, are 2-1 as well. So it's basically a head-to-head tie. But I think if I'm not mistaken, I think we have the better conference record.
Yeah, 5-4.
Yeah,
no, they're 5-3.
Oh well, there you go. I guess it's just tied because we're tied for division record. It's going to come down to whoever has the better division record. So whoever has the best division record will win the division. That's why I say if we beat the Panthers twice, you automatically get into the playoffs. But again, can they do that? That remains to be seen. But before we get to the Panthers, we have the Falcons on Thursday night. So that's a good thing. At least it's a short week, and maybe the Bucs can get this bad taste out of their mouth. So that'll be interesting. But stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel, our Substack. We'll have film studies coming out later this week. I'm definitely going to try to dive into Baker Mayfield, dive into some of the issues on defense as well. So be sure to check that out. Appreciate everyone joining us here tonight. Apologies for the internet connection. Apologies for the delays and in and out stuff that was happening. Mark, this team is it can make you go crazy, but it's fun to cover.
I mean, this is our drama show, right? Yeah. Like, it's clearly a drama show. You have people moping on post-game interviews. Hey, let's see. Like, it's a week-to-week league. You never know.
Yeah,
something could snap, and just you get lucky, right? And then luck turns into momentum. And you just start doing the right things, but it takes the work over and over again. So let's see if they can put it together, at least getting one win, back to the winning ways. So, guys, we're still Buck fans at the end of it. We just expect more for what we want to see on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button, comment down below. We love to hear from you guys. How do you expect this Bucs season to finish? We'd love to see some predictions in there. And are the Bucs going to win this division, or are they just going to completely fall on their face? This is it. It's over. Let us know. Love to hear from you guys. And with that said, until the next one.